Yeah, hi there. This is Michael from the 7-Step System to pass the TOEFL IBT. These comments are for KM. This is Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer from the 7-Step System to pass the TOEFL IBT. I just got your email, and it looks like you just completed the independent writing practice test 6 of my 7-Step System, and you actually asked me a specific question here. You said, excuse me, please evaluate my writing. I am concerned about sentence structure. Do I make a lot of mistakes? All right, so let's take a look at what you've written. And also, I'm going to go ahead and give you a score of how I think you would score in this particular exam. Okay, so looking at the essay, okay, so let's go ahead and read it. As I read the paragraphs, I'll make some corrections, and then we can see what kinds of sentence structure errors you're making. So paragraph 1, you say, in order to be successful in life, a person has to have certain characteristics. In my view, the key of success, how about the key to? The key to success is, you put in, is intelligence, being smart not only in your career path, but also in your private life, plays a vital role in success. So I wouldn't put a comma after life there because your verb, you kind of have two parts to your subject here. I wouldn't put any commas there. I might say being smart, not only in your career path, but also in your private life, plays. So no commas there. So far, you're missing a verb in one of the sentences. Your introduction is too short. You probably want to go closer to 80 words or at least 50 words. So you're looking to write about 350 words. So you should also consider, instead of 2 key points, maybe 3. And then instead of 2 body paragraphs, you can have 3. So let's keep going. So you say, intelligence gives you the opportunity to build, and you should put in there, a successful career, which means a bright future. The perfect example is my cousin. After graduation from a medical university in Armenia, he decided to move to the USA and start his career from scratch. Good word, from scratch. I mean, that's something that only a native speaker knows how to use. Good vocabulary. You say, although he had a lot of obstacles on his way to success, he did it by making smart decisions. Initially, he improved his communication skills because he studied British English back home. Later on, he took and passed all his board exams to obtain his MD license. Okay, good. So the only thing you didn't say is, you said that he made smart decisions. And what exactly is a decision that he made? Is it improving his communication skills? If so, say something like, one of which was he improved his communication skills. So you have to give some more detail, more specific detail to support the idea that you're using in that paragraph there. All right, let's go to the next paragraph. You say, in addition, intelligence can be very helpful in our private lives too. You say, although it sounds strange, but it is true. That's a sentence structure error, KM. You don't want to put although and but in the same sentence. Why? But's a coordinating conjunction that joins 2 independent clauses. Although is a dependent clause connector, which introduces the dependent clause to the independent clause. You can't have both. You could say, although it sounds strange, it is true. Or you could say, it sounds strange, but it is true. Then you go on to say, some people can choose their future husbands and wives by following their emotions. Personally, it is better to use a common sense by making this crucial decision. Otherwise, your relationship will not last for a long time. I really have to understand the person and be on the same page with him. To me, having a perfect marriage partner is part of a successful life. So the problem with this paragraph, KM, is you have this idea of intelligence and how intelligence helps in private lives, right? But then you talk about emotions, you talk about common sense, you talk about relationships not lasting. So the relationship idea is good, I think, but you haven't really the details you're using in this particular paragraph, it doesn't really support the idea of intelligence. So I don't think that paragraph 3 is really unified in terms of proving the argument you're trying to make there. So paragraph 4, you say, in conclusion, there is no doubt that intelligence is a key of success in our lives. You did that same mistake you did in the beginning, so you're missing, I think, the verb in that dependent clause. You say it gives you the opportunity to achieve a lot of goals in your career and your private life. Now, that was smart. At the end of your conclusion, you actually included the 2 points that you mentioned in those body paragraphs. So your conclusion, in a sense, kind of ties everything together. But like I said before, you're trying to write more toward the 350-word limit. And because you limited your ideas to only 2, and even with those 2 ideas, you could have, especially in paragraph 2, provided more detail. Actually, paragraph 3 there, provided more detail to help support your ideas. So to answer your question, you have some sentence structure errors in there, but I don't think that's the bigger issue. I think the bigger issue here is development, is developing your ideas more than what you are right now. How would you score here? Let's take a look at it. I don't think you're going to make the magic number of 24 or 25 here. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, I think you'll have some trouble with the addresses a topic and the task with somewhat developed explanations, examples, and details. So I think that describes it. If I go above 20, maybe to 25 points, let me see what it says here. Is generally well organized and well developed with clear explanation of ideas with sufficient details and examples. I don't think so. I think you could do a little better in that area. Okay, so how would you score here? I'm going to put you at 3.5 out of 4 or 22 points out of 30 for the reasons that I just mentioned in this particular video. Anyway, keep up the good work. I hope that this gives you some good ideas, kind of get you going in the right direction. The main thing for you is, I know what you're saying. You're saying, Michael, I only have 30 minutes. How can I write 350 words? Is practice. Practice. Why don't you do this? Think about this for a minute. What if your next practice test, instead of doing the time 30-minute limit, go ahead and just take all the time you need and see if you can include 3 different points in the 3 body paragraphs with good supporting detail in each area. See how long it takes you. Does it take you 40 minutes, 45 minutes, 50? And once you do it, at least you can feel what it's like to write the essay, and then your next strategy is to try to get faster in terms of developing those ideas.